Can ugly guys actually be funny? And I don't mean funny to their boys in a group chat, I mean funny to women. Funny in the way that actually matters in attraction, because every guy who's been told he has a great personality has also been told to just make her laugh and she'll forget about the looks. And today I'm going to tell you exactly why that is one of the most dangerous lies ever sold to below average men. Let's get into it. So the idea that humor can override looks has been around forever. And people always bring up the same examples. Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson, guys who by conventional standards aren't model tier, but still pull attractive women. And on the surface, that seems like proof that game and humor can override looks. But here's what people conveniently leave out. Kevin Hart is a globally famous multimillionaire. Pete Davidson has been a celebrity since his early 20s with massive social proof and status. These men are not ugly guys with good humor. They are high status men whose looks are irrelevant because everything else about their position is so elevated that it overrides the looks deficit completely. Take away the fame and the money and they are regular guys getting regular guy results. Humor alone did not get them there. Status did. And this is where it gets brutal, because there is a very specific and very well documented phenomenon that happens when an ugly guy tries to be funny with a woman he's attracted to. And it is not the reaction he's hoping for. If an attractive man makes a slightly edgy joke, maybe something a little dark, a little risky, she laughs, she leans in, she tells her friends he's hilarious. If a sub-5 man makes the exact same joke with the exact same delivery, she doesn't laugh. She gets uncomfortable, she looks at her friend, and later that night she describes him as creepy, not unfunny, creepy. Because humor from an unattractive man doesn't land as confidence or wit. It lands as a threat. The same words out of a different face produce a completely different emotional response in the listener, and that is not something you can fix with better timing or punchline workshop. Let's talk about the creep label specifically, because this is what actually happens to ugly guys who try to use humor as a tool. There are documented examples all over Reddit and social media of below average men who tried to be funny in interactions and got labeled creepy for it. Not because the joke was bad, but because the face telling the joke didn't meet the threshold. A good-looking guy can say something weird and get away with it, because his looks prime the woman to receive him positively. An ugly guy saying the exact same thing gets his words filtered through a completely different lens. One where she's already slightly uncomfortable with his presence, and the joke just confirms what she already suspected about him. And once the creep label is attached, it is essentially impossible to remove in that interaction. You're not recovering from it. The joke didn't just fail, it actively made your situation worse than if you'd said nothing at all. Now let me be fair here, because humor does work for ugly guys in specific contexts. In platonic friendships, absolutely. In group settings where attraction is not on the table, sure. Ugly funny guys have friends. They make people laugh. They're enjoyable to be around in the right context. But the moment attraction enters the equation, the rules change completely. Because humor in a romantic or dating context is not evaluated the same way as humor among friends. Among friends, your face doesn't determine whether your joke lands. In an attraction context, it does. The woman who laughs at your joke in a friend group is not the same as a woman laughing at your joke when you're approaching her cold or trying to flirt. Those are two completely different social dynamics, and conflating them is why so many below average men waste years trying to personality max their way into attraction that was never going to happen. So what's the actual lesson here? Humor is not the equalizer people pretend it is. It is a tool that amplifies what's already there. If you're above the looks threshold, humor makes you more attractive. If you're below it, humor makes you creepier. That is the brutal reality, and the guys who tell you to just work on your personality and make her laugh are either good looking enough that it works for them, or they're selling you something. The move is not to become funnier. The move is to fix what humor cannot fix: your face, your frame, your fundamentals, to the point where your humor actually has a chance of landing the way it's supposed to. Get above the threshold first, then be funny, in that order. So can ugly guys actually be funny? Sure, to their friends in the right context, in situations where attraction isn't on the table. But in dating and attraction, humor without looks doesn't just fail, it backfires. It gets you labeled creepy for the same joke a good-looking guy gets praised for. And that asymmetry is one of the most brutal and least talked about parts of the black pill. Drop a comment telling me if you've experienced this personally. I want to hear the real stories. And subscribe, because the next video is going to be just as brutal as this one.